Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're all having a great day because it is another beautiful day out here in Arizona. So today I am once again out here with my Honda Pioneer, and I'm going to do probably one of my favorite mods other than cup holders, because who doesn't like extra cup holders, right? So let me show you what I'm going to do. You ever driving and you get the sun just in your eyes, just kind of like this, and you gotta like, how do you get out of the sun when you're sitting there in your Pioneer, or any side-by-side for that matter? Well, you need sun visors. But how do we do sun visors? So do we put straps on there, around the roll cage? That just looks tacky to me. So let me show you what we're going to do for a sun visor. And they're not real expensive. They're not real cheap, but they're not real expensive. So let me show you the parts I've got here. So here's what we're going to use. And there's a couple different ways we can do this, and I'm going to show you the easy way, and it's the more expensive way, and then there's a cheaper way, but it's a little bit more work on your end. So here we go. So I went out and I bought a couple of RAM mounts. So this is the RAM mounts that is factory sun visor. It's like 35 bucks, but you can buy just this piece for like 12. You can come over here and you can buy these for like $10 on Amazon, and you could disassemble it yourself. It's got some small screws right in there, and you could easily take this, and you could slide it on, and you could drill the holes out, and you have one there. So how are we going to mount it to our Pioneer? Well, we have two options. This is actually a factory RAM mount with an M6 threads. If you're like me and you've taken off the factory nuts in the front, you can take this one right here. You can fit it right here. And all we gotta do is get a wrench to tighten that up. Now don't worry, for those of you who want to run the factory nuts, I got you covered too. But it's a little bit more work. So what you gotta do is you buy this one. It's actually a handlebar mount from RAM, and it comes with these M8 bolts. Well, that's too big, but you can go down to your local hardware store, buy this M6. This is actually what I'm going to use on the passenger side. So if you look at the threads on here for the bolt I bought, the M6 that it comes with, and these are both 1-inch balls, that one's about 3 or 4 threads longer. What that'll do is that'll help you retain the factory nets. So you just remove the bolt that holds the factory nets on, and you put this in its place. You still got your factory nets. Pretty slick, right? So let's go ahead and get this assembled. Let me show you what it looks like. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to peel back the protective covering. Now that we got that off, I do want to show you real quick. This is that other one I bought. The RAM one on the bottom here is probably twice as thick as this other one. So this I'm just going to take on here. Take your bag of hardware. So when you're doing this, make sure that you don't over tighten these because you don't want to crack anything. The nuts do have a nylon locking ring in them. Alright, so let's go do the install. We'll get this on. Loosen it up. Get our sun visor on. There we go. Position it. So let me show you what it looks like. With, without, with, without. So one thing you need to understand is if you're going to do this modification, you're going to have to tighten and untighten this bolt right here, this T-handle. That's because these aren't spring-loaded like the ones in your car. So when you tighten it up, it's going to stay in that position. It may move a little bit, but there's a lot of leverage on there. I'll post the links in the description below. This is not going to be the cheapest thing you'll ever do to your Pioneer, but it's also not going to be the most expensive. What I like is that screws into the factory nutsert right here. I don't have to put an extra clamp that costs more money up on the roll bar. Yeah, that's an option if you don't like to use this, but I think it looks pretty good. My big reason for doing this is there's about a 6-week period every spring and every fall where when you're driving on your way to work, the sun is just at that right level where it comes and hits your eyes. Well, I don't work, but I do take my kids to school, and this will help. My concern is always being a small kid darting across the road and not being able to stop. Yeah, I'm only doing 15 miles an hour, but still, I don't want to hurt a kid darting across the street. And this thing protects my eyes. It's a 50% tint. So if I'm not wearing my sunglasses for some reason, I'm still not blinded. And when I am, it's okay. I mean, look at that. You can still see. If I need to, I can loosen the knob and just fold it up out of the way. And there you go. I got my normal view back. So don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time.